Hello and welcome to this short video which I've simply called How to Succeed. It's an excerpt from a slightly larger collection of tips which I put together in a small ebook called 27 Tips to Turbocharge Your Life. You can get a free copy at the link below. Moving on to tip 1. Where are you going? See, you have to work out specifically what you want to succeed in or at, because clarity has power in it. There's no point just boldly declaring that you want to be successful, in inverted commas. Successful in what? If you were to say that you want to successfully drop your body fat content from 30% down to 25% over a period of 3 months starting now, then that's quite good. But just to say I want to lose weight is not good. It's not good at all. And just generally saying, oh, I don't know, I just want to be generally successful is also just far too general, far too woolly and furry, not nearly specific enough. You have to be specific. You have to get specific. And if you can get specific, then this puts you ahead of 95% of the rest of the people on the planet already. Last thing, you can have more than one thing to be specific about. In other words, you can have multiple goals. Lots of people seem to think you can only concentrate on one thing at a time, and that's not true. Tip 2 is you have to begin to believe. You have to have at least a small belief that you can achieve your goal. It doesn't have to be a big belief at the moment. That'll come later on as you follow the next few tips, but you have to start with just a basic belief that you can possibly achieve whatever it is that you wish to. Tip number 3, find a way or ways to keep yourself focused. Because if you don't, then sure as the sun will rise tomorrow, your mind will wander away from your goal. Now, some people use affirmations for this, some try self-hypnosis, you can try subliminals or writing your goals down daily. Whichever one you choose, you have to do something. And you should use whatever that method that you choose on a daily basis as well. If you can keep yourself, and by yourself actually mean your mind of course, focused on what you want, then your success instinct will start to move you towards your goals. But if you lose focus, then you run the very real risk of losing your goal. Tip number 4 is stay positive and keep moving. You have to do something every single day that moves you towards your goal. Equally, you'll have to stop doing things that move you away from your goal. You can make use of a little technique which I've called the small step starter technique, which is very easy and very useful, and here's how it works. Say you decide to write a book, and your plan requires that you write a page a day. But the trouble is, you're feeling really lazy today, and you just couldn't be bothered. The sun's out outside, the kids are playing in the garden, but fine. Then what you have to do is force yourself, just sit down to write one paragraph, not the whole page, just one paragraph, just a small amount of what you actually originally planned to do. 9 times out of 10, you'll write more than just one paragraph, and many of those times you'll end up writing the whole page. It just seems to be a fact that, for us humans anyway, actually getting started is the most difficult part. We're fine once we get going. There's inertia. It's very hard to overcome, but this will help. Tip 5, very important. Persist, and then when you finish doing that, keep on persisting. Because it's important to keep in the forefront of your mind that most things are achieved bit by bit, little by little. Lots of small steps accumulate to make a big step. One of my most favourite quotes of all is from Albert Einstein, and he said words to the effect of, "It isn't that I'm so much cleverer than the others, it's rather that I stay with the problems for longer." Now that's really important. That's really a really powerful quote, that. So you have to just keep on keeping on, and just appreciate that all the small things that you'll gradually move towards your goal. Success tip number 6. Track your progress. Or to track your progress or lack of progress for that matter. Without a way to measure where you are, how do you know if you're getting there? How do you know if you've got there? How do you know if you're doing anything wrong? And there's another reason for this as well. If you feel better when you can see you're achieving something, it keeps you going. It gives a good feeling, and it'll help to keep you motivated. There you go, 6 quick tips. Now you know how to succeed. That was easy enough, wasn't it? But then, learning to use your success instinct isn't complicated when you know how. If you'd like a bit more like this, then please go along to www.27turbotips.com and sign up for my free ebook. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.